man, you're the best!
You need a ride?
Hey? Peter, let's go!
Grab that kid.
We're supposed to be up 15 minutes ago.
Alex here on the OKTV Today YouTube channel, back with another banger recap. Finally, the eagerly awaited Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has been released. This animated series takes us back to the early days of Peter Parker's career as the superhero who shoots spiderwebs. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man starts in the well-known Queens, with the cityscape of New York visible in the background, with the Avengers Tower among the several buildings. Our narrative opens with Hudson Thames' portrayal of Peter Parker from What If. Peter Parker is late for the elite STEM-focused school's orientation day as he prepares for his first day at Midtown High at home. After thanking Aunt May, who is portrayed by Carrie Walgreen, for taking him in after he missed his train and remembering Uncle Ben's death, Peter gives her a hug and leaves for his first day of school. But at that moment, a Marvel portal opens, and Doctor Strange emerges in the middle of a conflict with an extraterrestrial being that resembles a symbiote. Interestingly, up until and including 616, this Doctor Strange doesn't seem to be from this reality or any other previously known MCU realities. Peter immediately tries to assist those surrounding him. The combat that follows leaves most people unscathed, but the school falls apart and the invaders leave a flying spider behind, which quickly bites Peter and knocks him unconscious not long after he meets Nico Minoru, his future best friend, who has been portrayed by Grace Song. The spider emerges from the portal as they are exchanging compliments, and as it closes, the web breaks and it settles on Peter's back. As the spider escapes on an invisible student's bag, it bites the back of his neck, causing the adolescent to faint. Peter became Spider-Man a few months later. After missing his train, he knocks up three robbers on the way to school. Rockford Bells High because Midtown is still being renovated while spotting a makeshift outfit.
Hey, get this clown on live.
Hey, you know what? That was unnecessary. Words on.
Let's see how funny you are.
In an hour or so. Don't forget.
Like I try to tell those guys, I don't really carry.
We find out at school that Peter is great friends with Nicole and harbors affection for Paul Pangan, his former nanny. As though juggling school and his role as Spider-Man wasn't sufficient, Peter is also trying to get his romantic life back on track by gradually gathering the confidence to approach Paul, his childhood infatuation and technically former nanny. Peter sneaks out of class to stop some bank robbers in a vehicle pursuit while dressed as Spider-Man, and then he returns to the school athletics field ready to ask Paul out. Lonnie Lincoln, the captain of the football squad, has already abducted her, Nico has informed him. As he daydream in class, we see Peter drawing the iconic Spider-Man outfit before he had to make up a reason to get out and hold a fast-paced pursuit. People appear to adore their local hero once he vanquishes the villains. Back at school, it is discovered that Paul is seeing a high school athlete named Lonnie Lincoln, who also seems to be far smarter than Peter thinks. Lonnie is obviously a kind guy who wishes to become friends with Peter. The show continues into a group science lab assignment when Lonnie asks Peter to be his lab partner, ostensibly because Pa is always complimenting Peter on his intelligence, and Lonnie shows a true scientific talent of his own. Despite Peter's jealousy, the two become friends. Though he presents a cheerful image, Lonnie has a lengthy journey back to Harlem and endures microaggressions such as a woman refusing to sit next to him on the train and the police pursuing him on his way to his family's apartment. Despite his family's obvious financial difficulties and the disdain stares he receives from police officers and other strangers just because he is black, Lonnie works hard, is always happy to help out around the house or with his younger brother's schoolwork, and maintains an optimistic outlook. Meanwhile, Spidey apprehends a thief who stole from Pizza Time, a restaurant that was called in clear reference to Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. The wall crawler is given a pizza as a treat and leaves for home after he persuades the owner to give her a break, and because she recently lost her job and is struggling. He discovers a DVD player in the garbage while traveling and outside his apartment complex. He spots a really good automobile that might be owned by Tommy Stark, I believe. Even though May is at home, Norman Osborn is seated next to her and wants to speak with Peter.
Just but wait, did you say free pizza?
I don't know for sure.
It's okay. You know, maybe let her go just this once.
Your job recently when I saw the money.
The first episode honors MCU Spider-Man, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and the Marvel Spider-Man video games. I think the first episode of Your Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man does a good job of introducing the show. With a nice balance of Spider-Man action and high school drama, it introduces all of our major characters and their relationships while also setting the mood. With its unique fusion of contemporary animation methods and vintage comic book aesthetics, this series steers clear of basic plot and juvenile speech, in contrast to many short-form superhero animations targeted at younger audiences. Rather, it offers compelling stories, likable characters, and visually stunning action scenes. It caters to viewers of all ages by highlighting Spider-Man's amiable neighborhood demeanor. Toddlers, children, and Marvel enthusiasts of all ages will love the show's stylish animation and sophisticated narrative. Furthermore, Lonnie Lincoln, Eugene Bride, who is commonly known as Tombstone in the comics, is the most significant actor here, not Peter or Norman. Paralleling Peter's journey, he begins the series as the well-liked captain of the high school football team until making a poor choice that sets him on a different course. Our commitment is more than justified by this empathetic reimagining of a well-known character. Crucially, the fact that Lonnie, Norman, and Harry are black affects each character in a different manner and isn't only for show. In most cases, the animation is as good as the narrative. The images have a likable comic book atmosphere because of the combination of Alex Dodd's style animation and Steve Ditko's artwork. Amongst the voice cast, Hudson Dames, one of the voice actors, plays Peter Parker, or Spider-Man, a student at Rockford T. Bell's High School who, after being bitten by a spider, has spider-like abilities. Jeff Trammell, the head writer, loved delving into Peter's thoughts, how the many personalities in his life affects
Get
him,
this
and
clown
how
on
that
live.
affects his
you know what? That was
development as
unnecessary.
Spider-Man.
Words
Peter's
aren't-
widowed aunt,
see
May
how
Parker,
funny
is
you
played by Carrie Waldron. Nico Minor, played by Grace Song, is Peter's best friend
Like I tried
and
to tell those
classmate.
guys,
Lonnie
I don't really
Lincoln,
carry-
played by Eugene Bird, is Peter's classmate and the Rockford football team's captain. According to Trammell, Harry's father and Oscorp CEO, who also serves as Peter's mentor and man in the chair, Norman is not a hero like Tony Stark or Iron Man, who mentored Peter in the primary timeline of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and his strategies may not turn out in everyone's best interest. Kara Connors, an Oscorp scientist who works closely with Peter throughout his internship, is portrayed by Zehra Fazal, one of the guest's voice actresses. In addition, she is a gender-swapped alternative of Kat Connors. Dutain, played by Jack Green, is an arsonist with advanced weapons. Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox, is a blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen with superhuman senses who dabbles as a masked vigilante. Wilson Fisk, played by Vincent D'Onofrio, is a wealthy businessman and criminal kingpin. In summary, Jeff Trammell's American animated television series Your Friendly Neighbor Spider-Man was adapted from Marvel Comics character and produced for the streaming service Disney+. It is created by Marvel Studios Animation and is the 12th television series in the Marvel Cinematic Universe by Marvel Studios. The show, which is set in a different chronology from the major MCU films and television shows, focuses on Peter Parker's early years as Spider-Man and his origin story. Norman Osborn teaches Peter instead of Tony Stark. Mel Zeuya is the directing supervisor while Trammell is the chief writer. In conclusion, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a web-slinging Spider-Man action and also shows the drama of a socially awkward Peter Parker, leaving both new viewers and die-hard fans both incredibly happy and wanting more.